Okay, what to eat? Well, that picture really says it all, doesn't it? You know, the further we move away from what we're designed to eat and how we're designed to function, the closer we are moving to chronic disease. I mean, you don't go to, you don't go to your, the best way I heard it put, you're at a party and you stand there talking to your uncle and he goes, Jesus, Aunt Mabel's suffering from dysentery, isn't she? And, or she's got malaria, or, Cousin John, he's got liver flukes. We don't suffer from those type of diseases where they inflict you and bang, you're dead the following day. They don't happen. What happens in our country and in the Western world is that we get these diseases that bite us on the arse over a course of 10, 15 years, and we don't know where they've come from. And neither do the medical profession, in all honesty. You might get some very good functional doctors who treat the individual and the cause of it, but they're clutching at straws half the time. That's why you get a whole plethora of 7, 8, 9 medications to take for a diabetic, when we all know that that can be managed very effectively with other more soothing and more efficient and less harmful forms of nutrients or nutraceutical approaches. So we need to come back. We need to feed our genes. We are designed to function as we were back in caveman times, in all essence, because our genetic constitution hasn't changed. So one pet peeve I have is people have got to walk the walk. If you're coming to me, and if I was a dietitian looking like that, and these are 2 dietitians. They won an award for their awards to services their industry, and I see too much of this. I see far too much of it. People got to walk the walk. Okay, if you're going to see your doctor and his gut is hanging over the table as he's writing another script, you need to see another doctor. And also, I'm very passionate about this, as you can tell, but it means a lot. The doctor I go to, he's 67, and he can crank out 10 chin-ups. That's the kind of doctor, that's who I want to be like when I'm 67 years old. He's in cracking health. He knows what to do. His first course of action for someone who's suffering from depression is fish oil, not Prozac. All these things can add on health. Now, don't get me wrong. If my leg was falling off, doctor, can you fix my leg? Acute symptoms and acute situations, I'm in the doctor. I'm going to the doctor because they know what they're doing. But chronic level of management of health, first of all, take it into your own hands. Educate yourself, explore. That's why I'm delighted you're here today. It just stimulates thinking. But you find people that walk the walk. So caveman nutrition, acid versus alkaline. So the further you move away from your genetic constitution, the closer you move towards disease. It's very simple. If food is coming out of 99% of your diet is coming out of a packet or a box, think to yourself, would caveman have eaten this? No, it wasn't around. Did he stop and stretch before he, speared the lion? Did he pick a Jaffa cake up off the tree before he decided to maul it to the ground? No, he didn't need that. He didn't need that sudden burst of energy because he got everything from the land. And nature leaves a lot of good clues. It leaves a really great clues as to how we should function. Can you imagine the gorilla stoking up the barbecue before he tears your arm off? These beasts in the wild have humongous strengths. And they just die. They don't die of cancer or diabetes, blood disease. They just die. So feed your genes with nutrients. And I want you to just try and switch your thinking a little bit. Invert your thinking. Just try and move away from calories. Try and move away and towards how much energy potential the food you're going to eat has. You can measure the energy potential of food. An avocado, for example, has a megahertz. It gives energy of between 50 and 70 megahertz. Your organs function around that. So you're giving the body what it needs. A beef burger, for example, or a hamburger gives off around 3 megahertz. And disease starts around 30 megahertz. So if you're constantly eating dead food, then you see where you're heading. Okay? You're just accelerating aging. You're accelerating degeneration. You're accelerating fat gain as well. Okay, it's a lot more comfortable way of living as well. You're not worried about how much, how many calories I've eaten throughout the day, whether I've stuck to my budget or not. It's a far more comfortable way of eating. Okay, just read through this. This will hopefully just shed a bit of light on the calorie debate. The Women's Health Initiative of 2006. It was done over 8 years. It's a good study. And they cut their overall calorific intake by an average of 360 calories per day. So not a lot. It was just, just taking out one thing from their diet. Okay. So over 8 years, they should have lost a huge amount of weight if that was the case over the course of a year. It's a cumulative effect. So 131,040 calories over the year. They've reduced it by 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So you divide 131,040 calories by 3,500. That should equate to, shouldn't it? They lost about 2 pounds. And the gain in waist circumference. It's quite clear no one educated them on the quality of the food choices they were making throughout the study. Yes, they reduced their calories, but they weren't actually educating them on nutrient-dense foods. So they actually got fatter. There he is. Do you think he worries about calories? Do you think he worries about proteins? How much protein I've had in my diet throughout the day? How much carbohydrate I've had? How much fat I need? Or low fat? Of course he doesn't. I say Animal Kingdom is laughing at us as we speak. Probably laughing at me, you know, saying, why are you instructing these people or educating these people? Well, the message needs to get out there. Acid versus lactic. People are just way too acidic at the moment. It's a very easy test to do. You can measure the pH. You can measure the pH of your body with pH strips with your morning and evening urine samples. If you're too acidic, it will show up. If you're too acidic, you're going to find it very hard to lose body fat. What happens is it's like a self-defense mechanism. You consume acid through acid types of food and acid thinking and thought processes. Your body will naturally store these acids away from the vital organs, away from your lymphatic tissue, and away from your bloodstream as well, to make sure it doesn't do any harm. Okay, so all the time you're acidic in nature, you will hold on to body fat. So the alkaline foods that we need to reverse this process of balancing out are veggies are the obvious choice, salads, a lot of greens, green drinks, good quality salts, good quality oils as well, hemp oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. These should be in your daily dietary or daily nutritional intake. All these oils should feature. And good quality water as well.